I wanted to continue with reading from Philosophies of Art and Beauty. Um, a little bit after where I left off before, and here's basically describing what sounds like the world card. Um, but it's talking about the divine intelligence. Visible only to mind, pilot of the soul, the divine intelligence being nurtured upon mind in pure knowledge, and the intelligence of every soul which is capable of receiving the food proper to it, rejoices at beholding reality, and once more gazing upon truth is replenished and made glad, until the revolution of the world brings her round again to the same place. In the revolution she beholds justice and temperance, and knowledge absolute, not in the form of generation or in relation, which men call existence, but knowledge absolute and existence absolute. And beholding the other true existences in like manner, and feasting upon them, she passes down into the interior of the heavens, and returns home, and there the charioteer, putting up his horses at the stall, giving them ambrosia to eat and nectar to drink. Such is the life of the gods, but the other souls, that which follow God best and is likest to him, lifts the head of the charioteer into the outer worlds, and is carried round in the revolution, troubled indeed by the steeds, and with difficulty beholding true being. And all of them, after fruitless toil, not having attained to the mysteries of true being, go away and feed upon opinion. The reason why the souls exhibit this exceeding eagerness to behold the plain of truth is that pasturage is found there, which is suited to the highest part of the soul, and the wing on which the soul soars is nourished with this. And there is a law of destiny, that the soul which attains any vision of truth, in company with the God, is preserved from harm until the next period, and if attaining always, is always unharmed, when she is unable to follow, and fails to behold the truth, and through some ill harp sinks beneath the double load of forgetfulness and vice, and her wings fall from her, and she drops to the ground. Then the law ordains that this soul shall at her first birth pass not into any other animal, but only into man, and the soul which has seen most truth shall come to the birth of a philosopher, or artist, or some musical or loving nature. That which has seen truth in the second degree shall be some righteous king or warrior chief. The soul which is of the third class shall be a politician or economist, or a trader. The fourth shall be a lover of gymnastic toils, or a physician. The fifth shall lead the life of a prophet or hierophant. To the sixth, the character of a poet or some other imitative artist will be assigned. To the seventh, the life of an artisan or husbandman. To the eighth, that of a sophist or demagogue. To the ninth, that of a tyrant. All these are states of probation, in which he who does righteously improves, and he who does unrighteously deteriorates his lot. 10,000 years must elapse before the soul of each one can return to the place from whence she came, and she cannot grow her wings unless only the soul of the philosopher, guileless and true, or the soul of the lover, who is not devoid of philosophy, may acquire wings in the third of the recurring periods of thousands of years. This he is distinguished from the ordinary good man who gains wings in 3,000 years. And they who choose this life 3 times in succession have wings given them, and go away at the end of 3,000 years. But the others receive judgment when they have completed their first life, and after the judgment they go, some of them to the houses of correction, which are under the earth and are punished, others to some place in heaven, and whither they are lightly born of justice, and there they live in a manner worthy of the life in which they led here when in the form of men. And at the end of the first 1,000 years, the good souls, also the evil souls, both come to draw lots and choose their second life. They may take any which they please. The soul of a man may pass into the life of a beast, or from the beast return again into the man. For the soul which has never seen the truth will not pass into this human form. For a man must have intelligence of universals and be able to proceed from the many particulars of sense to one conception of reason. This is the recollection of those things which our soul once saw while following God, when regardless of that which we now call being, she raised her head up towards the true being. And therefore the mind of the philosopher alone has wings. And this is just, for he is always, according to the measure of his abilities, clinging to the recollection of those things in which God abides, and in beholding which he is what he is. It goes on, and there's a ton of good things, so, and it's very wordy, so I'll leave it there, and hopefully you found that interesting.